To all the married couples out there, today we just want to give you a little bit of moral support.
You could be living in the same home, under the same roof, and you feel like you're miles apart. Hello, I'm Sandy.
And I'm Tracy, and welcome to The Drakes, where today we're going to be talking about what Sandy just said. You live together, but emotionally it feels like you are miles apart.
And we have some great news. You get to practice.
We've been practicing for over 30 years.
Yes.
And because sometimes we might say things to hurt each other's feelings, not on purpose, but it happens.
Yeah, absolutely. And depending on the day, how you feel, long day, working, family, you could, say the wrong thing at the wrong time, and that starts a situation.
A situation where there will be distance, and there might be the silent treatment or whatever. But just like you practice in every other area of your life, like your job or your eating habits or what else?
Yeah. For the athlete out there,
Oh, yeah.
you practice every day. You shooting, running, jumping. For your entertainers, your singers, actors, you practice all the time. You rehearse to get better, better, better. So what makes you think that as a spouse, you're just going to get married and you're done? I'm here, I'm your husband, and have at it.
At your job, you go there consistently and you practice doing the same thing to get an expected outcome. Well, how much more should you do that same thing for your spouse?
And I tell you what, if you think practice is not important, next time you go to your job, just sit there and say, I'm here. I'm not practicing. I'm not taking any refresher course. I'm not reading the manual. I'm here.
I'm just going to do what I want to do. Y'all know me.
Yeah.
That would be outrageous.
Yes. So it's the same thing. So again.
And same thing for an athlete. You don't practice. You just show up at game time and you haven't practiced in a month.
Absolutely. So you have to be intentional. Do the work. Because when you work, the results will be amazing. And it starts being simple or basic. In the morning when you wake up, affirm your spouse. Say, I love you, dear. You're beautiful. You're wonderful. I am so blessed to be your spouse. I always kid Tracy. I say, out of all the billions of men in the world, I'm the one.
That's
I'm
right.
I'm the one.
I chose you.
Yes. So always think of it as an honor. And do the work.
And even and we laugh, but even though we are legally married, we still have to do the work. I just can't assume that I love you. I just can't not affirm you and just act any old way or do any old kind of thing. That's where you get chaos in a relationship.
That's true. Also, we open up every morning, regardless of what's going on, we open up in prayer.
How do we say? We say, assume the position.
We get close.
So we spoon, and we thank God
Yes.
for all that He is in our lives and how He's given us great health and a beautiful home and kids that are amazing and food to eat and a healthy body. So. And then we also ask God for His wisdom and His strategy, not just for the day, but for our marriage, for our family, for our future.
And for those couples out there who have opposite schedules, which it's real nowadays with the economy the way it is, make it happen. Send your spouse a text, send them a note, a voice message, telling them how much you love them, that you care, that you can't wait to see them. And continue to reaffirm them during the day. Just don't say, I told you last week that I love you, so therefore I'm done for the week.
You know what he used to do that it just makes my heart sing? When we were new in our marriage, he would leave me Post-it notes on the bathroom mirror. And I love that. Or sometimes he would leave me a card and it would be sitting on the top of the toilet tank. And so, when you back in, you might not see it. But it was just those little things that you would do to show me that you love me, show me that you're thinking about me. And it just set the whole atmosphere for the day.
It's important, again, to practice that, honor your spouse, let them know that you are present, you are visible, you see them, you love them, you will continue to protect them, cover them, whatever it takes, 24/7. Because you spend so much time out in the world working, doing your fun things, but your spouse is number one, no matter what.
So we encourage you to have the mindset that every day that God gives us life and breath, we get to practice.
Practice.
And so if you messed it up the day before, okay, this day, I get to practice.
Yes, because yesterday's gone. Today's a new day, and we thank God for that. And we're going to.
And tomorrow's not promised. Sorry,
Not
it's
promised.
to jump in.
So we thank God for giving us that opportunity, and we're going to make it work. We're going to see each other. We're going to be constant. We're going to be available for each other, and also at home, be aware of what's needed, what's missing, what can you do to fill in the gap.
Yes.
It may not be your expertise, but you could learn. You could try. Effort is major in a relationship.
We always say, see what needs to be done and then do it. You don't have to ask. You don't have to wait around.
Yeah.
But just those little things. You can't just, come home, hands up, lay down, and just think that all those things are going to just handle themselves.
Did you say lay down?
Lay down?
Yeah.
No, we don't lay down. Well, we lay down together, but, there's too much stuff to be done.
Too much, absolutely. And that'll give you, I guarantee you, a wonderful, prosperous marriage. And you will be the role model of your community. Oh, wow, look at so-and-so, how lovely they interact, and they're in peace, and their kids are well-behaved. It's all part of practicing and making it intentional, or being part of the process.
And we've talked about practicing, but also it's important to practice the good things, practice what's right. The things that you used to do early in your marriage might have to have some tweaks. So we always have to be in communication about, well, what do you need? How can I support you? How can I cover you in prayer with what matters to you? So again, the things that you used to do may or may not work today.
Because, and that's a good point, we've been married 30 years. And I know I've evolved. I'm not the same man I was 30 years ago. And same for Tracy. So therefore, I can't be acting and treating her the same way I treated her 30 years ago.
No.
So that's part of the practice process. Getting better.
Very good. And it's just like with athletes or musicians, they have to tweak their practices based upon how their body changes, right? The things that a 18-year-old might have done, a 30-year-old won't do. They'll have to make some adjustments.
Absolutely.
So that's what we wanted to share with you today, because we know so many couples who are struggling. And part of the struggle started because they just became complacent. They didn't do what was required. They just got so comfortable. And there's a saying that familiarity breeds contempt. We just become so used to each other, we just do any old thing.
Yeah.
And so, again, you get to practice. So
Before we leave, we want to remind you, you don't have to do this marriage journey alone.
you've got us. So we are just a phone call away, and we've got some solutions for you. So you can click on the link and you can see what would work best for you. And then lastly, we just want to let you know that this segment is brought to you by our company called Life Transformation International. You'll see the little logo in the corner. It has a picture of a cross. So we just want you to know that we are here to help couples take their conflicts and transform them into a deeper, loving connection.